Hey guys, welcome to Inside Comics with George McHale. If you like this content, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel, and so subscribing, telling a friend about it would really help. Today, my guest is the immensely talented Mina Petrović. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Mina, you and I have been collaborating now for 2 years, and it's been a blast working with you. You have a few books called Manga Crash Course, Manga Crash Course Fantasy, and you're a manga artist and teacher. Can you tell me, what do you love about manga art?
Oh boy, that's like a very simple and yet very complicated question. I guess the way stories are told in manga are what inspires me to this day, because it's not just one type of story like superhero comics and you know how things will start and end, you know, like there's so many twists and turns in the story, so many interesting characters that surprise you. There's a lot of stories with plot twists. There's story for everyone. Like if I want to watch a horror movie, I can go and see a horror manga. If I want a romance, I can find like the most diabetes-inducing romances out there just by searching up like Google. There's so many different genres and so many different topics. Like it's just a sea of ideas and concepts and beautiful designs and just amazing stories. Just I can't pick. I literally can't
pick. And so you teach manga as well?
Yes.
And where do you do that? And can you tell me a bit about your school?
So I have been a teacher at my manga school in my hometown in Serbia for past 12 years. This was my passion project. I wanted to see how in Japan the process of teaching manga looked like, and then adapt it to people outside of Japan, preferably Western world, like Europeans and Westerners, because we have different approach to holding a pencil. We have a completely different way of reading the comic from left to right. So I needed to do some adjustments and show people that you can enjoy manga, but also make it in your own way. Yeah.
So if someone wanted to learn some manga from you, where would they go?
Oh, just look up my YouTube channel. On YouTube, I'm also under the name of Mystic Arts. My full name, Mina Petrović, also does come up in Google search, but you will always find me at any platform under Mystic Arts. And there is a ton of, like, I have a full playlist of tutorials and just stuff you can learn easily about drawing manga for beginners on my channel.
And you have a Patreon account too that you can purchase like little tutorial things there as well.
Yes, and as well as my Gumroad. So I offer my lessons freely. I offer them like specialized lesson packs on Gumroad, and I offer tutoring to anybody who is interested as well. They can just contact me on like DeviantArt or via email, and I can even like work with international students.
Okay, wow. Yeah, it seems like you're really involved in the community of manga, not just creating your own stuff, but also helping other people. And we work on a book together called Hybrid Force. And I'm super excited about that project. We're actually just finishing the 4th issue right now, and that's going to be collected into a graphic novel. I can't wait to just be out on the convention circuit again next year and have that book to offer people. I think it's so much fun, and you've done such a brilliant job bringing these characters to life. We have 3 heroes in the book. We have Thorn, who's a plant man who's you know, kind of angsty and full of kind of rage and trying to figure out who he is and where his life like took this wrong turn. And we have Octo, who's kind of like our young genius of the group, um, and then Lizard Lady, or LL, and she's kind of the mom of the group. And all three of them are trying to figure out who they are. And there's a mystery there, and we've created a slew of villains as well. And what's interesting about the series is that every character has a healing factor. There's something to them that lets them regenerate, and so we have plants through photosynthesis, and we have a starfish character, and lizards, like they can regrow their tails, or shark people, and they can regrow their teeth indefinitely. So we get like these epic battles and huge fights, and everything is brought together with like your incredible artwork. You've really pulled it together, this concept of mine that, and I've been kind of hanging on to these kind of ideas since I was a little boy, and to see them like actualized with you is just incredible.
It was my pleasure to design such interesting characters, and you gave me the vibe of all these cartoons we had growing up, just rehashed into a new version, like combined with manga, and it ended up looking great. I have to admit, like, I personally love how it ended up looking.
Yeah, and well, we've got some incredible colorists working on the book too. Sanju Navanju, I hope I'm saying his name right. Yeah, he brings it together too. He's added a lot to it as well. Do you have a favorite character from the group?
Oh, it's really hard to pick out, but I guess it would be LL. She's like, I can see myself in her as well. She's the mom of the group. She's so gentle. She's like super protective, and she can be brutal when somebody steps on her kids. So I totally get that.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and she's also kind of like a peace-loving kind of flower girl too. Just
Yeah, that's I maybe went into the spoiler territory a little bit, but
yeah.
she's amazing as a character, and she has such a hidden potential. I wish to like see her more, like in the future, I hope.
On your Instagram feed, you have some photos of yourself in cosplay, and you've created a book called Cosplay Crash Course, and this is another passion of yours. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Um, I started cosplaying with my students like a few years ago because we're all just manga geeks and just enthusiasts, and I wanted to learn how to transform myself into the characters that I really love the most. And I just started learning, like nobody was there in the early 2000s or 2010s to show you like, or to treat, you didn't have any 3D printers, or embroidery machines were impossible to find and stuff like that. So we all had to like sit down and really think like, how can I make this work? And just little by little, I had friends who helped me like craft stuff, and I taught myself makeup and stuff like that. So like, I really wanted to give all this knowledge I had, just put it in a book. After I went to and did like so many, like we did some world tours, we did some like just convention gatherings all over the planet, and just shared the love towards the characters. And that's my favorite part, just role playing and crafting and sharing the love with other people. When somebody sees your character from across the convention hall, and they're just like, they're just running up to you. You don't know this person. They don't know you, but you love each other instantly. That's why I do cosplay.
And how long do you spend building some of your outfits for cosplaying?
Ooh, it depends. I was lucky enough to have people like my colleagues from fashion design who actually helped me with the sewing stuff. I have my other friend who helps me with the crafting part, like armors and weapons. And it can take a while because at my age, you have a day job and everything. So it goes just little by little. My last cosplay was of Zarya from Overwatch. And I was building her slowly with my friends for a year. Just perfecting her. You know, one friend was helping me do the special wig, the other parts of the costume, but I had to learn myself, like teach myself how to transform my face because she has a very specific looking face. So it was really fun.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. A year. It must be a labor of love to
Yeah, it
put so
is.
much time into that. And and you look incredible. So that's you really nailed it.
Thank you. I really love the character. So I realized that like even with cosplay you have niches, I guess. So I found myself in the niche of the big buff protective mama bear characters, and I just love doing them.
So we have a Kickstarter out right now. It's called Megamorphosis Heroes. It's a comic book that we've been working on for 6 months now. We have 3 issues finished, and it's a really exciting project. Can you talk about it a little?
Yeah, it's been out for a while on Webtoons, and I'm so happy to be working on a live project that's like coming out as we do it. Then, like, we can see what the audience thinks of it, and I believe like we should definitely. It's finally a time to maybe push it to another level, maybe show this story and these characters to a wider variety of audience. So I really want to like spread this well, some kind of a childhood vibe things to way more people. Yeah, I like the vibe because it gives me that Johnny Quest vibe,
Okay.
and I really loved that show when I was a kid. So I'm like, huh, I'm creating a new Johnny Quest in a way, and I really like it, and I really want it to be something for the new generation.
Yeah, I can't wait to have it actually printed because it's never been printed before. So
Mhm.
Kickstarter will be like a first edition of the book. And what's exciting about it as well is that this is a part of a larger company called uh, OM Inc., which is founded by Andy Gwaltney. And we have 3 titles coming out. And Omega Morphosis Heroes is the debut title of a new publishing company. And the Kickstarter is out now. And there's lots of fun new characters. And can you speak to that?
So yeah, there's several characters that are featured in this series, and I can't even like personally pick my favorite because all of them are so quirky and interesting in their own way. There is Andy, the big guru character, like the big leader. He has this grandiose plan to save the world by collecting a lot of different people who are so creative and full of ideas and new scientific achievements, and just combines all the best that is in the people. And there is Willie. He's like almost like a comic character, like a comic relief character, but he's still very serious when his job is on the line, when his scientific achievements are on the line, and he's very professional, which is something that's like a basic thing with characters that are fully developed, I guess. So you have the funny side and you have the serious side. So I love the balance in Willie with that these two things. Then we have Veronica. She's like the super strict, but also very disciplined, like almost a mom in the group. She keeps everybody safe from like stupid decisions or something like that, but kind of ends up saving them because they keep doing the stupid decisions. But it's very fun to draw them and see how they pull off by saving themselves or each other. Then we have the cutie of the group. She's named Ileana, and she's the I think of her like a mini me because she loves animals and nature so much, and she would literally befriend any type of animal, and she sees the beauty of the world. So that's why she is my little favorite little pebble in the group. And there is the big add-on to the party, which I personally am so proud of designing, and that's Dr. Edward. And he's the Canadian Yeti super genius with mysterious age and wisdom beyond belief, who also enjoys like modern shooter games and trying like he's like that hip older person with like a will to learn the new memes and the new trends, and he knows he's different, but he's really such a mashup of everything good and fuzzy. No pun intended. He is fuzzy, but still he just loves everybody around him, and yet he's so wise and shows his age through stuff like that. But he gets he never forgets his childish side, which I also love very much. So all of these characters are so fun to draw and fun to design, and I can't wait to find out what else they have in store.
So I think together we've created like a nice almost family unit of all these different pieces, and I'm so excited to get a Megamorphosis Heroes out to the world. So Mina, you're one of my favorite collaborators. I think you're so imaginative and you put so much passion into your work, and I want to thank you for being on Inside Comics. If people want to search you out, they could find you on your Instagram at Mystic Arts.
Yeah.
And where else would they look for you?
So if they want to look for my unboxings, vlogs, and stuff like that, and of course tutorials, they can look up Mystic Arts on YouTube. For updates and announcements and new art, they can always just go on my Instagram account or Twitter account. So I'm basically on every platform, but those three are the ones that I use the most.
Thank you so much for being on Inside Comics with George McHale, Mina Petrovic, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.